Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is medium Kirstin Ross. And before I bring on Kirstin, I just have a few announcements. That on February 2nd, Gary Wimmer is going to be talking about out-of-body experiences. He's the author of a Seconds in Eternity. And on February 18th, Brian Ross will be my guest, and he's the host of the Magical Journey radio show that comes on 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. And on February 9th, psychic numerologist Jeremy Ryden will be the guest of my show. He's the author of Your Soul Story, How to Create the Life You Always Wanted, and the Quest Method, Your Intuitive Destiny Guide, to the Intuitive Destiny Guide. And his radio show is Intuitive Destiny that comes on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on February 23rd is Bill Foss is talking about the Akashic Records. He's the author of Journey to the Akashic Records and the Secrets of Spiritual Success. And on this Saturday, I'm going to be at the New Earth Expo at the Garden Hotel in North Hollywood from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. On February 11th, I'll be at the Learning Light Foundation in Anaheim Psychic Fair from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on February 25th, I'll be at the School of Multidimensional Healing and Science from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Kirstin Ross. Hello, Kirstin.
Hi, Shelley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Great to be on your show again.
It's nice to have you as a guest. And
thanks.
What can you tell the callers a little bit something about yourself?
Sure. So I'm Kirstin Ross. I'm a medium and intuitive. So I connect people with their loved ones on the other side. I also do intuitive/psychic readings, which is about the client themselves and their lives. And I also offer soul counseling, which is a new type of reading I'm doing, which is further into the client's life and to deal with certain issues they're going through. So that's what I do in a nutshell.
And Kirstin, what is a medium?
A medium is someone who's able to connect with people who have crossed over from the physical to the spiritual form. So we are all made of energy, and energy never dies. It just changes form. So we go from the spiritual realm into this life in the physical realm, and then we go back to the spirit realm. But our soul never dies, and so mediums are able to communicate with the energy of souls and bring through specific, basically, I am the mouthpiece or the interpreter for spirit. So I'm like the telephone, and I just give information to people about their loved ones on the other side.
And Kirstin, let's take our first caller, which is area code 212. Hello, 212.
Yes. Hi. Hello, this is Bryn calling. Hi, Shelley, and hi, Kirstin.
Hi.
Hi. Kirstin, I was wondering if I could get just a little overview of the year ahead. If not, I can ask another question if that doesn't work for you.
Sure. Let me just tune. Okay. So, wow. Okay. Ooh. I'm feeling, when I'm making these sounds, it's because I'm feeling things. And so I'm feeling a lot of anxiety here. Are you feeling very anxious right now about where your life is going?
Yeah, I've been sidelined with an injury since January 4th. I broke a bone in my foot, and so I've been kind of out of shape and sort of dormant.
So, there's just a lot of anxiety going on. I'm seeing the month of March, so that is when things will start moving again. I just feel like you're feeling frustrated, stuck, but a lot of anxiety too. And I think you're somebody that normally tends to run around a lot, so it's causing you to just sit still, and that's driving you a little crazy.
Right.
And then they're showing me June also. So there's also a money situation. So I feel like toward the time of June, you will have more money coming in. And so I just feel there's anxiety in a bunch of different areas. And are you, it's always strange when you're on the radio, and I don't want to, I don't know you, so I guess, people don't know you either, and they're just a voice on the radio. But is there an issue with depression with you, or your feelings?
I mean, I've had different levels of it growing up, I think I've come a long way, but I get into periods of low energy, depression, anxiety.
I do feel
happens.
like you're... Oh, go ahead.
No, that happens. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I just feel like you're a survivor. So when they tell me that, there's stuff in your past that is traumatic. And, I mean, we won't go into that here, but I feel like you're a very sensitive person. And sometimes for a man in particular, when you're very sensitive and you've had trauma, and men don't talk about it as easily as women do, and it just, it turns inward into depression sometimes.
Sure.
So, but, I do feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself, and you're, I feel like everything happens for a reason, and so, you're supposed to sit there and really be still, because I think you tend to run around, and, so it's no coincidence that this happens. So you have to sit, and you have to go inward, further, deeper. It's like you're ready. And I feel like you're studying a lot of spiritual / metaphysical things, and getting a higher perspective, which is going to help you with your anxiety and depression and things like that. But in June, I do see some money coming in, some turnaround with money. So that would be good. And then, since you're asking for the whole year, I'm trying to just tell them to come and give me more information about the rest of the year here. Yeah. So, and also with your health, I just feel like you're doing something. You're going to be doing something better for your health.
Good.
Like more to make yourself stronger. So I don't know if this is actually going to the gym and lifting weights. Well,
that's what I was doing before I got injured.
Yeah. So I think you'll get further into the health thing, inside and outside, and that's going to be really good. And then October, they're just pointing to October. So when I'm doing a mediumship reading, when they point to a month, it's like a birthday or anniversary. And when I'm doing this, it kind of feels like it's intersecting there. So is there a birthday or anniversary October that you know of?
It might
just
be.
Feels that.
No, I don't. It could be my grandfather.
It may be the anniversary of a passing. It just may be somebody trying to come through.
Okay, yeah.
They're pointing me to October. Okay. And that will, I'm even seeing the number 21. So if there's someone who passed on the 21st.
I don't remember.
Okay. It's something you might be able to find out. It's just that sometimes they try to crowd in. If you want one type of reading, they may be like, I'm here and I want to just, okay. Okay. And, yeah. You have a lot of people in spirit, I just want to tell you. Like, I don't want to go on too long with one particular reading, but you have people over there who are supporting you, and some positive, some some people not as positive. Not that they're against you, just, you know what I mean, they weren't a positive influence. And that's all I'll say about that. Is there a Jerry? I'm seeing a J.
Yeah, I have a buddy named Jerry, a friend.
Okay. He's living?
Yeah.
Okay. It may be sometimes you become the medium, because I think, when you're connected to someone and they have people on the other side, it's like, hi to Jerry. So someone wants to say hi to Jerry, and I do feel like there's a Bob or Robert connected here. So you might want to pass that along.
Okay.
But I do feel like you'll get healthier because of this, inside and outside. So it's going to turn out to be a positive thing.
I feel, Brent, that in March, April, May, that there's going to be a change around your job. There could be a new job coming up for you this year. I feel that you've been thinking about looking for something better, and I feel that you're going to find a better job, and that money is going to be good this year. 2017 will be a good financial year. And I see a relationship. Is there a relationship around you now, Brent?
No, it hasn't been for a while, but that's a nice thing to hear.
I feel that there's a relationship, coming up in February, March, that you're going to get involved with someone with blonde hair and blue eyes. So you are going to get into a relationship. And Kirstin, how can Brent get in contact with you?
Oh, you can either call me, and my number is 310-490-7424, or through my website, which is foreverinspirit.com.
And you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Brent.
Thank you both. Thank you for your help. Bye-bye.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Kirstin Ross on mediumship, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 727. What is the difference between a psychic and a medium, Kirstin?
Oh, okay. So a medium connects with the other side, and a psychic connects basically with this side. So when I'm doing a intuitive/psychic reading, I'm connecting with the person and their guides and their energy, and that's basically what we did with Brent for the most part. And then mediumship is connecting with their people on the other side. So it's like as human beings, we exist at a certain energy level, and then to do a psychic reading, you raise your energy to let's say a 7 or something, and then mediumship, you raise your energy to like an 8 or 9. So there are different levels of energy where you get information. And I hope that explains it.
Yes, let's take our next caller, Kirstin, which is area code 727. Hello, 727.
Hello.
Hi.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
This is Kate.
Hi, Kate. And Kate, what is your question today?
May I also have many readings for the coming year?
Did you say, may I also have many readings?
No, dear. I said, may I also have a reading, mini reading, M-I-N-I, for the coming year?
Sure, sorry. I was like,
no,
wow, perhaps.
Well, that's beautiful about it.
Sounds good. Okay, yes. All right. Let's see. Tuning into you. All right. All right. Woo. Okay. I feel like either there's travel or a move. I don't know what it is, but it feels like going from one location to another. So,
yes.
Okay, makes sense. Good. All right. And what's your first name again? I'm sorry.
Kate.
Kate, that's right. Okay. This helps me to tune in. All right. Okay. All right. It's so weird. I'm getting a reference to Montana, which it sounds so random. I don't know why, but I just have to say it when I get.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going. Let's see. Is this a move or travel?
Both.
Okay. That's why I couldn't tell which, because I'm like, which is it? Which is it? Okay.
Both.
Okay.
And I did resonate with some of the things you told the previous caller.
Okay, that does happen too. So thank you for being open. Thank you for being open to that. Okay. I meditate before I do readings, and I was hearing Barbara very clearly. I didn't know which caller it was for. It may be for you. I'm trying to tune into you as opposed to the other side, but is there a Barbara connected to you?
There is.
Okay.
She's passed.
Okay. So even though I'm trying to connect to you, the other side just tries to come through sometimes, and they're like, knock, knock, I'm here. So we'll just acknowledge Barbara and say hello. She wants to say hello, and try to get back to what you want.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I am seeing an office also. So do you work in an office?
I do not.
Okay. There may be this coming up then, because I know it's a strange question to ask somebody, do you work in an office? A lot of people do. But if you don't, then there's always a reason things come through. And
I would say that would relate, which, again, relates to most people in the course of the year. As soon as you said that, I got the impression of signing documents.
You're right. Okay. So, good. All right. So, yeah, I feel like you are, yeah. There's a legal aspect to it. So, are you buying something? I mean, are you buying a house or something? Because
yes.
In particular, okay. So, very good. Yeah. So that'll happen. There's a 6-month thing. So that's when you'll be settled, or it'll be finished or something. All right. Let's see. And they keep showing me up the East Coast, but up north. So I'm terrible with geography. They either have to give me the name of the state but I feel like northeast area. I don't know if that's where you are. or where your family's from, but does that make sense? It's almost like, where there's water, the Northeast. I don't know if you're traveling there or you're from there, but there's a reference to that, Northeast. Okay, what else? All right. Yeah. I'm not getting as much detail as I would like, so I'm going to turn it over to Shelley and see if she can connect with you. What do you think, Shelley?
Kate, are you married?
I am not.
You're going to get married in the future, in the next 1 or 2 years. It looks like that there is a new relationship coming up for you with a man with light brown hair or medium brown hair with brownish eyes, and that there's a relationship coming up, and that this new relationship that's coming up is going to lead to a marriage. So I see that you're going to get married in the future. You will meet him out of state. I feel you're moving out of state, and I feel that you will meet him in the state that you're moving to. And it looks like the move is happening before April, May. So it looks like February, March is when you're going to be making a move. So there is a new relationship and a move, and it looks like the move is going to be well, and the move is going to bring gainful employment, better employment for you. You're going to be working, helping people. So it looks like that there's going to be new employment for you. And Kirstin, how can Kate get in contact with you?
Sure. My number is 310-490-7424, and my website is foreverinspirit.com.
And you could get a hold of me, Kate, at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Kate.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kate. Bye-bye.
We're now going to continue our interview with Kirstin Ross on mediumship, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Jay, area code 714. When did you realize you were a medium, Kirstin?
It's hard to pinpoint that sometimes because I've been doing this all my life, but I didn't know that I was a medium. I just always connected with the other side starting when I was a little girl, and I scared my mom when I was 8 years old, and she said, "How did you know that?" And I said, "I don't know." And but I didn't know I was a medium. So when did I know? Maybe really a dozen years ago when I first started to really give messages, but I didn't really take it seriously or know it was out of the ordinary until about maybe 5.5, 6 years ago, when they just were yelling in my ear like it was time I had to start giving readings. So I just started giving reading to friends, and then it went from there. So it's strange when you have it. I'm sure you have it too, Shelley, when you've had an ability all of your life, but it just feels normal, so you don't think anything of it.
Let's take our next caller, Kirstin, which is Jay, area code 714. Hello, Jay.
Hi, hello to you both.
Hello.
Since your guest, Kirstin, has different modalities, I'm open to what she picks up for me.
Okay, great. Thanks.
We can't do general readings. You have to have a specific question.
Okay. Does she have a message for me from the other side?
Okay, let's see. Okay. There are people for you definitely on the other side, as there are for all of us. I'm getting a strong SH. So, SH, let's see. So, I don't know if this is Sherry or Sharon. There's definitely a female with an SH for you. It could be Cheryl. Let's see. Hold on. This takes me a moment to connect sometimes. All right. Do you recognize the SH or CH person, female, for you on the other side?
My grandmother's initial starts with an S. I don't have anyone that's passed that I know of with an English name.
Okay. So if it's a foreign name, sometimes it can sound like a certain way to me, but it's, it feels like a sound like an SH sound. Okay. All right. So your grandmother's definitely with you. And they're also showing me a T, the letter T, which I do get first, middle, and last name, so I don't know if it's a first name or last initial, but it feels like Tom or Thomas, which can be first or last. Let's see. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they keep showing it to me. So just if you don't recognize it now, you may recognize it later. That's happened to me before too. When I've gotten a reading and I get off the phone and I say, "Oh yeah, yeah." So it could be. It's definitely T, but it feels like it's male. And let's see. Okay. J. Okay. And what else? All right. So you have a grandfather, too, on the other side, correct?
Yes.
I do feel like he's behind your grandmother. So that, to me, means that your grandmother is, like, very strong energy.
Yeah.
And he's more in the background. That's just an indication of their personality and their roles. And your grandmother shows me holding a baby. So it can mean one of a few things, and one is that, she held a baby before the baby was born, and the other is that there's a miscarriage or termination, and they have the baby. So on the radio, I have to tune in very quickly and try to interpret it. So I don't have much time, but I just feel like they do have the baby. So did you lose a pregnancy that you know of?
No.
Okay, I just feel like there's a baby. So if it's not yours, I don't know whose this is. It could be a baby is coming, and she has it before it's, coming into this world. But when they show me something that strong and clear, it always means something. So if you don't know about it, watch for the baby coming.
Okay.
In your family. Yeah. Okay. And they're also showing me a V. So, which would be, it feels like a Victoria, something like that, female. Do you know who the V female would be for you?
No.
Okay. When they show me something, I always trust spirit. I always tell people they're never wrong. My interpretation can be wrong, but when I get an initial, it's always someone.
It could be somebody I haven't met. Sure.
Yeah. Right. So you may find that out if you look at a family tree or something. Sometimes they go back a few generations, but there are definitely a lot of people for you here. There's a reference to Hungary for you. Hungary. Do you know if part of your family was from Hungary?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. You might want to look it up. Because, like I say, I always just have to trust what they're giving me, and that's a specific thing. It could have also been because that area was so volatile. It could have been a different country at one time, but it could be Hungary today. You know what I mean? Like maybe it was Czechoslovakia or something like that. But they're giving me Hungary, so I just go with what I get. And I think you'll find out who the V is. And you can let us know.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
And Kirstin, how can Jay get in contact with you?
Okay. My number is 310-490-7424, and my website is foreverinspirit.com. Yeah. Okay.
And thank you for calling, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
And we're now going to continue our interview with Kirstin Ross on mediumship, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Laura at area code 856. What types of information do you get during a medium reading, Kirstin?
Oh, my goodness. It can be anything. I usually do get names and initials, but I also get animals coming through, and I forgot to mention that because, souls are souls. Animals and humans both have souls, and so sometimes the information I get is an animal, and somebody will email me the next week and say, oh, my God, that was my dog, I forgot, But I also get how they passed, or references to their loved ones who are here now and what's going on, which is like the baby thing, like there's a child coming. But so many different things. They're not limited. Spirit is not limited like we are, like I am. So however they can get the information across by making me feel, see, hear, smell, know something, they will. They'll use all of my senses, and even sometimes I'll take on mannerisms of someone who passed, but I don't know I'm doing it until the person says, oh, my God, that's the way my grandfather moved his hands when he talked, So the information comes through any means that they can use, and it's limitless, really. I think as long as I live, my vocabulary will keep expanding with spirit. So.
And let's take our next caller, Kirstin, which is area code 856, Laura. Hello, Laura.
Hi, Shelley. Hi, Kirstin. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Hi.
And what is your question today?
I would like to know, I am looking for work, for a job, and I do have an interview scheduled for next Wednesday. So I'd like to see what you see coming for me with regards to that outcome, or at least getting a really good job. And I've also looked to move to the Pittsburgh area to see if I've applied to a couple jobs out there. So anything you're getting around works.
Okay, great. I feel like this job it could be yours, but I feel like you don't want it. and I don't know why. It could be it's not enough money, but I feel like it's just there's something about it that you don't really want to take it. So even if they offered it to you, you'd say, never mind.
Well, yes, because you're right. You're picking up on some hesitancy, and I don't know what it is. Well, I kind of do. I think I'm being a little bit of a snob. But can you tell me if they were to offer me that job, would that be a great place to work and everything?
Let me see. Okay. I'm not feeling particularly positive about this job.
Okay.
I will say that. I think if you do end up getting it and taking it, it would just be temporary, like a stepping stone.
Just tied me over. Yeah.
Yeah, it tied you over, exactly. So, I don't think it's anything terrible is going to happen. It just feels like this is not your permanent home.
Okay.
Right. So, if you take it to tide you over, I just feel like it would be very temporary, and you would be leaving. You wouldn't stay there. You wouldn't last the whole year. But it would be your choice. It would just be like, this doesn't feel like quite like a fit for me.
Well, so hopefully, if not that one, then is there something else coming?
Yes. I definitely feel that it feels more like April to me, and that you'd be more on solid ground here with your finances, and it just feels like a little bit of a struggle for you right now.
It's a big struggle. I don't think I can wait until April.
Yeah. Well, I think that it would be worth the wait. I was going to say March, April, but I'm just erring on the side of caution here, and saying that if you make this move, it just feels like, is there going to be family there or something?
That's why I started looking in the Pittsburgh area. I decided because my family and I have some friends back there.
That feels warm, it feels like family. So that feels like more support for you right now, because there's a feeling of a little bit of being alone or being on your own and having to do everything on your own. So even if you were in a relationship, it still feels like you're on your own, sort of. So, so that is definitely going to get better for you. And I think this month has been a little bit depressing. February you'll start feeling better, and then it'll pick up from there. But I think you're on solid ground,
For those
April.
2 jobs that I applied for in Pittsburgh, do you see me getting called in for an interview for both of them, or any one of those, or something else completely different?
I'm seeing this on my left side, which is like number 1. So the number 1 job, is there a reference to like oil or gas or something like that?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're so good.
Well, thanks.
You're really good.
Well, you're open. It's easier to read someone who's open for me. It's just like, sometimes you connect better with some people than other people. And so they gave me a reference. They gave me a reference to oil or gas. And that feels like a positive thing for you, and something that you can do on a more permanent basis.
Mm-hmm.
So, that move I think is going to be really good for you. And it just feels like you'll be more supported and around more friends and family and have a little bit of fun. Because I feel like, I don't know, you haven't been having any fun, right?
You're right, yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to change the pace and get back to some friends that and my family and everything. It would be nice. And you think this job will come through then, since they gave you that reference?
Yeah, I do. I don't know why they would give me that reference unless it was something that was going to be, good for you. So I think that'll be like a good fit for you. I feel like you're really good at what you do. It's just like finding the right fit. So don't despair. Good things are coming for you, and it's not going to be too long. Okay, you just need to be in a better place for your, personality and temperament, and you're very sweet, and I feel like you need to be in a more friendlier place.
I think so. I
do,
and it's where I grew up, so I think it's just the area in general is more of a fit for my personality.
Yeah, I feel
that's what I've been thinking.
Yeah. And do you ever? I'm seeing children. Do you ever work with kids or something?
No,
I don't know why I'm seeing children. Okay, I almost feel like you're doing something with kids. So I just look out for that. I don't know if you're volunteering or something like that.
Well, maybe the company has the company might have some charity events, possibly. I don't know, but maybe that's what you're saying. I don't know.
Yeah, I just felt like doing some teaching or volunteering with children. So, and that you'd be very good with that too. So I think there's a lot of great things coming for you. Don't despair at all. I think it's going to be a really good year. You're welcome.
I feel that, Laura, that you're going to end up working in the state of Pennsylvania. So the job interview for Pittsburgh that's coming up may offer you a job. So I feel that you're going to get a job soon and that you're going to be working before May. So sometime in February, March, April, you'll be going back to work, and it looks like the job is a good fit for you and that the job is paying what you want. You're getting close to what you're asking. So it looks like it's going to be a good salary. And it looks like it's long-term employment for you, that you're going to be at the job for a long time, and it means a move, that you are going to be moving. And Kirstin, how can Laura get in contact with you?
My phone number is 310-490-7424, and my website is foreverinspirit.com.
Great, thank you.
And you can get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com, and thank you for calling, Laura.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a great reading.
Good.
We're now going to take our continue our interview with Kirstin Ross on mediumship, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 352. What does it mean to you to be a medium, Kirstin?
Oh, gosh. I just, it's such a privilege. It's just an honor, and I cannot express how much I love what I do, and I just feel like to embrace this ability I've been given, because I resisted it for many years. Embracing it is such a gift in my life, and I feel like I won the lotto. So I really, there's nothing else I'd rather do except for help people giving readings. So it means everything to me. You know, it's what I do, but it's also who I am. And I hope to help as many people as I can possibly do that, and hope to live to be 112 so I can do that.
And Kirstin, let's take our next caller, which is area code 352. Hello, 352.
Hi, how are you?
We're fine,
Good.
and who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
This is Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Okay. And what is your question today, Cindy?
Yes, I have a specific question. I have a legal case ongoing with my ex-boyfriend on there's two actually that are related, but it's on a restraining order. And I had to terminate the services of my legal counsel in the last hearing last week because she wouldn't speak to me and was kind of making deals with his attorney and wouldn't consult with me and talk to me. So we have a final hearing set up on February the 9th. And what I'm wondering, and that is for a permanent injunction hearing, because what she had done is kept extending the temporary injunction and was not even trying to, work toward the permanent injunction. She kept making deals with his attorney on the other side. So what I'm wondering is if you see the outcome, if I will get the permanent injunction. He's already violated the injunction, and the prosecutor, put in the thing and filed with the court and requested the judge hold him in contempt. And the judge just threw it out without even having a hearing. So it's kind of weird stuff happened in court last week that was just very unexpected. I didn't expect to terminate her services. The judge actually told me to, basically, in court. So it was like crazy. I never expected all that, disruption in court. But now I find myself without an attorney and my permanent injunction hearing coming up, and my ex is a really bad alcoholic. So I was just wondering if you see how that hearing will go, and if things will go smoothly between now and then, or if his attorney will try filing anything new in either case.
Okay. Well, what I get from my guides and your people is that it's not over. So I don't feel like you will get what you want right now. I feel like there's still stuff that, like you said, she may bring in a new, I don't know, what you call it, but I just feel like they feel like they're winning, and so they're not going to stop that. I don't feel like this is the end. I don't feel like you'll get what you want right now. Ultimately, I think you're going to be okay, but you're going to hire someone new, or someone new is going to come in to help you, and that will be good for you. I think it'll be someone who's a little bit more compassionate and understands you. So, I don't know if there's going to be what does it feel like? It feels like a public servant. So, somebody that can help you, legal aid type of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's what the attorney was that I had was through the legal aid service, and she was basically stabbing me in the back and just doing her own thing.
Well, there may be someone new coming in that's more helpful and compassionate. Okay. But I feel like it's going to still drag on. I'm sorry to say. I'm seeing August, so I know that's a while, and I hate to be the bearer of news that's not what you want to hear.
Is that just in the injunction case dragging on to August? Because there were two cases. The injunction I filed for protection against him. And then he violated it, but nobody's enforcing it. Right. Even though the prosecutor recommended they enforce it and investigated it, they just ignored the prosecutor too, the state attorney. And he's on my side, which is good. But the judge is making the decisions in the court, So we had been getting extensions of the temporary injunction, and this last judge, when all this happened in court last Thursday, said, next hearing is February 9th, and this is going to come to an end. We're just going to have the permanent injunction hearing, so we're either going to decide to give you a permanent injunction or not. So, I didn't put that deadline on it. He did. So that's why it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, it is confusing. There's so much energy around this that, I'm just trying to get through it here.
Right.
So I am seeing April also, but I just don't see where it's an end to it like he's saying. I don't see that. So I don't know what happens if it gets continued again. I don't know, or somebody says they can't make it, but I don't see it ending in February 9th. Okay.
And the other hearing, the other case that's tied to that hearing is my ex. After I got the injunction, he filed to have me thrown off the property, but he gave the property back to the bank. We were both living in it for 2 years. He surrendered it in Chapter 7 bankruptcy, gave it up in foreclosure, uncontested, and then signed away his rights to contest the foreclosure, and they've already gotten a final judgment. And that same morning of my injunction hearing, February 9th, the bank will actually technically complete taking title. So he won't have any rights. Then the other case could be dismissed. The ejectment case, but I didn't know if his attorney was going to try and come in, since I don't have representation right now, and file something else before then to get me thrown out before the bank takes title, because he won't have any legal right to have the case.
Well, it's a lot of... I do feel like she'll come in with something else. Specifically what that is, I feel like the other attorneys, I don't know, but the attorney is going to come in with something else. So it's like they're throwing everything at the wall and see what will stick. Do you know what I mean? but there's a reference to April and a reference to August, so that could be the two different cases. And, you know, just, I don't know if you want to hear anything else, but just off topic, when you called, I got a reference to something in my lower abdomen area. So it felt like female. So did you have female problems? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay. There's someone coming through then that had this, and you didn't ask to hear from the other side. I'm just saying someone's trying to come through because they're giving me physical symptoms of, you know, some type of female cancer. So,
well, see, my son's girlfriend is fighting cancer right now. Actually, she's not. She's not doing any treatment. She's just.
Okay.
But she found out it originated in her liver and kidneys and metastasized to her spine. And she's in Canada and has been going to come down here and just keep getting cold feet about moving.
Yeah. Well,
so it might be her that you're picking up on.
Yeah. I do feel like there's someone also that passed. But anyway, that has had this. But it can, you know, things can have two meanings. Also, it just feels very low down here, which is like ovarian type of thing for me. Okay. I do feel like you're going to be okay. It's just, you know, you're a fighter, and it's a difficult time, and you will get through it. I think that something is going to happen that's going to help you in April, and then something else in August that's going to end. So you can look forward to that and just keep the faith. What do you think, Shelley?
I think, Cindy, that you're going to be able to get the permanent injunction against your boyfriend, because your boyfriend has stalked you and harassed you. And he is not, I feel he's mentally ill, that he's not a well person. And I feel that you're going to be able to get the permanent injunction, that the judge is going to grant you a permanent injunction. You will be finding another lawyer through legal aid. That, you know, this one didn't work out and you might want to report her to legal aid, what she did, you know, so that you can get another attorney from them, report her. But I feel you'll be getting another attorney for legal aid, and that you'll be going to court with a male attorney. It's a young male. He's young. He's in his 30s or 40s, so he's a young man. So I do feel that you're getting another attorney and that you are getting a permanent legal injunction against your boyfriend. And Kirstin, how can Cindy get in contact with you?
Okay. My phone number is 310-490-7424, and my website is foreverinspirit.com.
And you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Cindy.
Thank you so much, ladies. Bless you both.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good luck.
We're now going to take our next caller, which is area code 323, Denise. Hello, Denise.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to know if I had any messages from the other side.
Okay. Oh, let's see what we get. Oh, okay. I get immediately a J-O. I don't know if it's John or Joseph, but J-O. Let's see what else here. Oh, boy. You have a lot of people. Let's see, Denise. What do we have for you? Okay. Do you know the male J-O that I'm talking about?
I can't think of right off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
J-O.
Okay.
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay. So it could be first, middle, or last, but it's definitely there, very strong. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here?
Is it from my father's biological side? Because I didn't know my biological father. So
you cut out a little bit there.
I didn't know my biological father
I see.
or his side of the family at all, so it could be someone on that side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's always hard when you don't know all of your family and they come in and okay. So it could very well be. And I'm also getting, I know I got this for an earlier person, but I'm also getting a Barbara for you. And oh gosh, there's so many people messages flying around. Anne or Anna, and this could be first or middle, but that's a very strong energy here. And let's see. Okay. And I'm hearing green, which can be a last name, or it can be a reason they're bringing in that color, which either could be your favorite color. I don't know. Do you know the green name as a? Do you know it as a name?
No, I don't.
Okay. That's all right.
Do it have any messages for me?
Yeah, let's see. The green, I do feel like there's someone with that name, so I'm just going to say it, and you might recognize it later. Also, though, many times from Spirit, there's more than one meaning for something, and the green also resonates with you, and that's the heart chakra, the color of the heart chakra. So they're just telling me that you have a very sensitive and kind heart, and you have to protect yourself against insensitive people. And so that's a message that I'm getting here.
Okay.
And I'm starting to feel my left leg and the lower leg in particular. So I don't know if you're having a problem in that area, but or it's the person who passed. But anyway, the left lower leg.
Not having a problem with that.
Okay.
Could be someone on the other side.
Yeah. If someone had a problem with this, and it would have affected their mobility. Okay. So, yeah. The message is, though, that you are, you're doing well. You just have to protect yourself from, negative people and, make sure you surround yourself with positive people. And that's been a struggle for you, I feel. And it's a learning, it's just a learning thing. Throughout our lives we learn, and this is one of your lessons, to just basically don't go to the hardware store for milk. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. So, stay with the people who are nice to you, and just get away from the ones who aren't, really, because I think you're a people pleaser from what they're giving me, and that's a nice, you also help people, and in many ways, I feel like you're very open, but you need to learn to psychically protect yourself. That's the message that they're giving me. Just sometimes they give us practical messages like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
And Denise, I feel that your mother and your father are with you, and they say that you're going to have success in the music field, that you're a gifted and talented songwriter, and that you are going to have success. You are going to have a CD with your songs that you will be producing in the future as soon as you have the income. So you are going to have success in the music field. And they said that this year you're moving and that you're kind of moving into your own space, so you're going to be happier because you're not happy where you're living. So you are going to be able to move this year. And that there's going to be some financial resources coming in for the music, that you're going to be selling the songs. And Kirstin, how can Denise get in contact with you?
Sure. It's 310-490-7424, and my website is foreverinspirit.com.
And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show today, Denise.
Thank you for having me, and thank you to the both of you.
You're welcome. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. I wanted to thank Kirstin Ross for being my guest on the Psychic Horizon Show. She'll be back in the future. I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman, for producing the Psychic Horizon Show. And I want to thank all the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon Show. Have a good evening, Kirstin.
Thank you, Shelley.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.